Hello students, this is Supriya Mugle, Assistant Professor at Center for Distance Education, Shivaji University, Kolhapur. I am here to discuss about coordination, one of the important topic of management and the basic function of management. So we'll see what is coordination. So we'll see the introduction. So in any organization, different types of work is performed by different types of groups. Okay, means any work is cannot be completed without human being or without the workers, and different types of groups are there. They work for different types of tasks they have given. So when you are going to achieve the organizational goal, a single person or a single group cannot achieve that organization goal. So it need the it need coordination, it needs communication between them. So it is necessary to coordinate each other, and different groups should be harmonized. For example, suppose in the group dance, in the group dance they dance, and their steps are they do same steps. Okay, and suppose they are not doing that same step and everyone is doing as their own, so it does not look good, right? So as we see in reality shows that the judge is saying you don't have that coordination in you. That means in that group they don't know about what others are doing, or you know there is a proper planning, and everyone should know which step is going to do by whom. That means everyone should know others work also, others step also, and they have to coordinate with each other. They have to you know communicate with each other, and in the organization also, if they help each other, if they coordinate with each other, then a group or all the organizational employees will achieve that goal as a whole. So that is called coordination. So, what is the importance of coordination? If all our employees working with coordination and they have a bond between them, they are ready to help each other, then it will lead to encourage the team spirit. They will have that team spirit. They will be motivated. It gives a proper direction to do any work. Then it helps to achieve the objectives rapidly. Then optimal use of available resources. It is also one of the importance of coordination. It improves overall relation because all are helping to each other. There is coordination between them, so it improves overall relation between them. Higher level of efficiency. Suppose one person is not clear about his work, or he is not clear about his roles and responsibilities, and other person is coordinating with that person, he is communicating, he is helping that other person, then it will lead to have higher level of efficiency, and it will develop the goodwill of the organization. Goodwill, that means you will have a good image in the customer's mind also, and everyone will motivated, and it will lead to have goodwill of the organization. Next is principles of coordination. Now principles, there are four principles of coordination, and this is implemented by Mary Follett. Um We'll see one by one. First is principle of early stage. Now principle of early stage means coordination should start in early stage of process of the management, and it must start during the planning stage. Means when you are going to plan for something, then this coordination is done. Then principle of direct contact means all managers must have a direct interaction with their subordinates. It is also called a healthy relation, and it removes the misunderstanding and disputes. Means you, if you have direct contact, then you are going to have direct interaction with the subordinates, and it will lead to have healthy relation and removes the misunderstanding and disputes. Then principle of community continuity. Continuity means coordination needs continuous process. Means suppose one plan is there, and you have the group, in the group members there is a coordination, and after achieving that goal, it is not like that the coordination is now end. It should not be, break that chain of coordination. It needs some continuous process, and it is not one time activity. The plans are going to change, or the new plans are going to come, the groups are going to form, and you have to coordinate till the end, till the, you know mm, until you are working in that organization, you have to coordinate with others. Then principle of reciprocal relations means departments and people are interrelated. Decisions and actions of one person of or department will affect the other person or department. Okay, so before taking any decision, before taking any action, find out the effect of that decision. Means if I have taken this decision, so I should know what are the pros and cons of this decision, what is going to happen after taking these decisions. So these are also important while having the coordination. So these are the four types of coordination. Okay. Next point is process of coordination. Now, what is the process of coordination? The first step is well-defined objectives. That means first and foremost step is to define objectives. What you are going to do in the organization or for coordination. Then delegate the authority and responsibility. Give the work, try to delegate the authority, roles and responsibilities to the workers. Then division of work. After delegating the authority and responsibility, you will divide the works department wise and section wise. Then precise program and policies. While working in the organization, you should follow some rules and regulation, and company should have some policies and programs. So define that policies and programs. Okay. Then effective communication. Now as per the work, as per the task given, employees are going to work on that, and suppose they are not cleared about their work, or so that employers can have communication with the employees. Okay. Then effective leadership and supervision. While they are working, it is really very important to have the supervision. Means you are going to supervise their work, you are going to observe their work, whether they are working good or not, whether their performance are good or not. Have leadership styles. Means guide them, supervise them, or to instruct them, or you know to instruct them, or to measure the performance. Okay. If their performance is low, then take corrective actions, and decide how his performance is going to increase. So these are some steps in coordination. So here I complete my video. I hope you understood the concept, and in the next video we are going to learn the types of coordination. Okay. So I hope you understood the concept of coordination and process of the coordination. Okay. Thank you.